Hi guys, this is Michael Orrell from MobileBurn.com, and this year for Christmas it looks like we're getting the Google Nexus S. Developed by Samsung, it's the first Android 2.3 Gingerbread based device, and it's going to be on sale for $529 from Best Buy starting on December 16th. So here's the Nexus S box. Open it up, cool little graphic inside there. And here's the phone itself, very much like a Samsung Vibrant for T-Mobile. This device is built for T-Mobile's network here in the US, works on European networks as well. Nothing inside there. Here's the Samsung manual. You can see the official name, the GTI 9020T. Terms and conditions, and not too much included. Got a set of stereo earbuds. Let's see if we can take a look at them. They're pretty nice looking. Look like they'd be fairly comfortable. Microphone with a call send end button on it. The AC power adapter, just like what we've been seeing from Samsung for other devices. And of course the USB cable. It's micro USB on one side and regular USB for connecting to the charger or connecting to a laptop or something like that. So here's the phone. Let's start by peeling off the various protective covers. Should be it. And take a quick look at the hardware. I'll start over here on the right hand edge just so we can get to the power button. Power button right here. Vibrates when it's turning on. Notice there's no camera shutter button here. On the bottom edge is the 3.5mm headphone jack and the micro USB connector, so very different from what you see on Samsung's Galaxy S devices. Left hand edge, volume control. It's a little bit down lower than you find on some other devices, and that way you notice that it's not directly opposed from the power button. It makes it a little bit safer to use. Up top, not too much except for the pry point for removing the back, and I'll do that a little bit later. 5-megapixel camera on the back with an LED flash. Here's a speaker right there. You can see the Samsung and Google logos and a little bit of a flared bottom here, just like on the Vibrant. Of course, up front and center is the 4-inch Super AMOLED display. So that's a 480 by 800 wide VGA resolution, Super AMOLED. Really nice display. Touch-sensitive controls down the bottom for back, menu, search, and home. Also quite different from the order that Samsung uses. I've removed the back so you can see what's going on here. Notice the contacts right here. This is part of the NFC support. Contacts go right here and here, and right here and here on the back. So definitely this back is important to the phone's functionality for the NFC support. There's no micro SD slot. There's 16 gig internal, but no micro SD expansion cards. T-Mobile SIM card in here just for our test device. It's an unlocked phone. They shipped it with T-Mobile SIM cards here for testing when Google sent it to us, just because it has the band support for the AWS 3G band. Also will work in Europe's 2100 megahertz band. 1500 milliamp hour battery. That's good for up to 6.7 hours of 3G talk time, or up to about 17 days of 3G standby time according to Google and Samsung. Now the Nexus S weighs about 131 grams. That's roughly 4.6 ounces. And in the center section here, if you ignore the bulge at the bottom, it's 11 millimeters thick, and that's a little over 4/10 of an inch. And I'll show you, by comparison here, if we stick a Samsung Vibrant right next to it, you see everything's pretty similar. Similarly sized all around, except a much more rounded design on the Nexus S here. So let's start off by powering up the device. Here's the lock screen. You can use it to quickly turn the sound off, put it into silent mode, or not, just flip it back and forth like this. And of course unlock the phone. Here's the home screen. 5 home screens that we have access to. They cannot be rearranged or anything like that, like you can on Samsung's Galaxy S phones, which the Nexus S is so heavily based. But main menu right here. Improved 3D look. I've got a bunch of applications installed. Very little comes pre-installed on the device. You've got the suite of Google applications like Earth, Maps, Market, Latitude, Places, and things like that. Apart from news and weather and YouTube, there's really not too much preloaded here. So things like Fring, I put in there myself, Google Translate, speed tests and stuff like that. Notice the good looking scrolling list here, but there are no options for organization at all. So if you have a lot of applications, you're just going to have a really big long list. Luckily, you can go back to the home screen and just put shortcuts for things as needed. Say, new application here. We'll just pick one. Let's say Google Translate. And there you have it right there. If I want to get rid of it, long press it, drag it down just like you would on other Android smartphones. Settings up here, a widget which allows you to quickly change some of the settings. This one goes through various functions like turning Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and the GPS on and off, turning on the syncing the background data, and then also you just saw the brightness. You can get to contacts through a dedicated icon that you can put somewhere on the home screen, or you can just use the phone application. This is the favorite contacts, so these are just my favorites. Here's the full list of contacts though. You see I can grab this and scroll to a particular letter. Still can be a lot of scrolling though. It's sometimes a little bit hard to skip to the correct letter. Call log, and when you have duplicates in a row, it gives you this nice expandable box, so it just saves some space in the list. And of course here's the phone dialer itself. Place a call. Turn on the speaker.
The Google Voice subscriber you have called is not available. Please leave a message after the tone.
And you can see when I jump to the home screen, it's still showing the phone in the background, so I can just tap here to get back to the call and then end it. You can also get to contacts via shortcuts. You can see I have two shortcuts here, Boris Yeltsin and another man. This one goes directly to messaging for Boris. This one, on the other hand, gives me options. I can place a call, send an email, or just go to the contact record. This is the default email client. You can see you can have a new message up here. You can have messages starred. You can select multiple messages so that you can do things to them like delete them, add stars, or mark them on red. You can also easily switch between accounts. I'll switch over to Gmail account. Again, you see some new messages there. Pull down pictures so you can see them. And you might have noticed when I was flipping around in the accounts that there's also a combined inbox view. Notice that the Google Voice message that came to our test Gmail account is marked in green on the left-hand side. The rest are marked in a different pinkish kind of color. Again, the Facebook message is down here. So it allows you to see a combined view of all your email, even Gmail accounts if you set them up separately. Of course, if you want to get the full Gmail experience, you use the dedicated Gmail account, Gmail client, which again it supports multiple accounts, and then you get threaded views and everything like that. Let's go through just look at some of the formatted text. Quickly jump from message to message. So you've got a preview of documents. There's no ability to read, no ability to write the documents, to edit them or anything like that. You can save them though.